We're here to talk about illumination and Ipswich River watersheds creative collaboration this year with none other than Carla Villa. Carla, thank you so much for coming today to tell us what IRWA is presenting for this year's Ipswich Illumination.
Well, thanks for having me, Kerrie. It's always a pleasure, and we're always so excited to be involved with illumination and how it evolves through the years. So this year, Ipswich River Watershed Association will be set up on that first weekend. We'll be set up at the dam patio.
So that's 11th and 12th, October 11th and 12th,
October 11th
Friday
and 12th,
and Saturday.
from 5 to 9.
Nice.
We'll be set up and we'll be making fish lanterns. So you can come on down, you can bring young ones. We'll have plenty of help there to assist. And come and make a fish lantern and then take it with you through the adventure that is illumination.
Wonderful. So then they become part of the installation.
Exactly.
I love that.
Take it, a traveling fish lantern.
Awesome. So fun and creative.
So the other thing we're working on for that particular weekend is an eelgrass light installation.
Ooh,
so that'll be
tell me
right
more.
there on the downtown Riverwalk patio on the pedestrian way. So what we're looking to do is just create that sort of underwater flowing blue and green feeling that you get if you've snorkeled or just seen underwater footage of just eelgrass sort of moving with the water, dancing in the ocean. Yes.
Oh, I love that.
And what's really exciting about this project is there's a ton of restoration work going on around eelgrass. So lots of organizations have been working in different ways. It's a really important, what eelgrass does is creates a really important habitat for a variety of marine life. It also helps create a buffer against flooding and all sorts of good things for our communities. But while I just love the visual look of these plants moving under the water, I'm really excited to bring in, actually we have Phil Colarusso, who is, he's been working on eelgrass restoration for over 30 years. Wow. He's with the EPA, and he
Environmental Protection Agency. Yes.
And he dives. I think he dives 4 days a week. So he's very active in this restoration work with eelgrass, and he'll be stocking touch tanks.
Wow.
So while we have a few surprises, so I won't give you all the details, but I'll invite you to come down to experience the light installation. But know that you'll also be able to see the real thing.
Wow.
And I think that's really exciting because what we're trying to do is just spark people's curiosity and interest in what is actually happening underneath the sea.
Oh, it's fantastic. So one of the things that I love about illumination is when a person is in low light levels, their pupils dilate. And the concept is that people fall in love over candlelight dinners for this very reason. And I just love that Ipswich River Watershed continues to, in such creative ways, shine the light on these phenomenons and educate us. And I also learned once a long time ago when I took my kids on a dune walk with the trustees that people protect what they love. And so it's always so wonderful to learn so much more, about the environment that is right there alongside of us when we're downtown. The river's kind of silent and somewhat mysterious, and the Ipswich River Watershed is always giving me an opportunity to kind of peek and learn more.
I appreciate the opportunity, and I think I think the river, it just becomes the backdrop for illumination. You're a resident of Ipswich, really.
Yes, yes.
So we're so grateful for the opportunity to bring a different sort of experience, and to bring, it's kind of fun to see all the things happening in the river and as the river empties out into the ocean, and to be able to kind of pick little things and this year, let's highlight this. Nice, So that's what I think is really exciting about this year, especially with the eelgrass light installation. Yes. And the help from Phil from the EPA with the touch tanks. Awesome. It's going to be exciting.
So that's the first weekend, which is in the downtown area. And then the second weekend, which is really putting our focus on our maritime history, heritage, and culture, Ipswich River Watershed is bringing another friend
Yes.
and treasure to our attention.
So excited. We're just excited about the whole day and the celebration of our maritime history, heritage, and culture. But also, we're really excited to bring Brad Chase, who is not only the diadromous fish project leader at Division of Marine Fisheries, but also a poet. So I'm really excited. I'm like, how many people get to say we have a diadromous fish poet?
How many people can even say it? Diadromous fish poet.
Yeah, exactly. So again, it's just one of those. It's also one of those funny little surprises that you get when you're doing, especially with the work that Ipswich River Watershed Association does. It's a lot of red tape. It's a lot of grant applications to get to a project you might be able to do in a few years, and a lot of the work that we do is really driven by improving fish passage from the ocean up to the freshwater ponds that exist on our river. And so it's really fun to kind of say, well, wow, this person who's been working in this field for, again, like 30 years, like, has this secret life as a poet.
Well, I just want to say that it's so like you, Carla Villa, to be doing that red tape work with your colleagues and yet somehow manage to find out that they're a diadromous fish poet and then get them to come and share that with us. So you bring so much of your whole person to your task and your passion and your mission. And we're so grateful that you are bridging Illumination and the Ipswich River Watershed.
Well, it's really it's my pleasure. It's always, a pleasure to work with you, and Illumination is definitely like the best event that happens in this town. And to be able to tie in the work that the Ipswich Rivers Watershed Association is doing, and making people have an experience that's slightly different than what they would expect or, could even imagine. And if that gets people thinking about, the importance of eelgrass and, flooding or whatever, you know what I mean?
About eelgrass since you've sort of let on that this is where you were going. So it's such a humble and such an important feature.
Well, thank you for the opportunity, for sure.
Great.